What's up, YouTube? This is I'm Bad Prime reviewing Hugh Jackman's latest and final performance of Wolverine in his latest film, Logan. Now, I'm sorry this is so late. It did come out on March the 2nd, which was my birthday, and it's great to see two of my favorite genres in one film, comic books and westerns. And Logan was great. It was a real treat. It was just waiting for this film to blow everyone away, and it did. Considering the last two Wolverine movies weren't the best, they have their moments, but they're average. Logan is amazing. It's thanks to its director, it's thanks to its cast, it's thanks to its material. It's not just a great comic book film, it's a great movie in general. Many critics and fans are saying it's Marvel's equivalent of The Dark Knight. Not necessarily meaning it's the best Marvel movie ever, but it's a more emotional drama based on a comic book movie. I would say it's also the best X-Men movie. It is the best Wolverine movie. It's probably the most violent comic book movie I've ever seen. But I recommend everyone go watch this as soon as it comes out. You will not be disappointed. Logan is gritty, it's emotional, it's amazing. And it's all thanks to Hugh Jackman. Not just Hugh, but Hugh Jackman really leads us. His performance as Logan is the best I've ever seen. It's a combination of every sort of Wolverine we've seen in the X-Men and his two standalone films. It's phenomenal. It is Oscar worthy. He really works hard. He wants everyone to know that he is the Wolverine. And it's true. I love Tom Hardy. I like Michael Shannon. But if they are getting involved in becoming the next Wolverine in the future Deadpool movie, they will never be the Wolverine. Hugh Jackman will always be Logan. Always. But it's not just him who leads the film. Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier returns in this movie as an aged Professor X. And he's like no other Professor X we've seen. He's very damaged, like Logan. There's a lot of good character relationship between those two. And it's great. It's really great. His dialogue, his voice is really just well done. And the girl in this film, played by Daphne Keane, which I'm assuming we all know who is X23, a Wolverine clone, basically. And for her second movie, she nails it. She really does well. Her action scenes, her facial expression, her body language, it's all done really well. All three of these leading characters in this film nail it. And you get invested with these characters. You feel like they are a real family, yet they've just all came together somehow. But it's really good. I was really happy. Even the villain played by his name is Pierce. Marvel doesn't have the best villains compared to DC Comics, I would say. But he wasn't like just thrown in there for a plot. He had a purpose, of course. He's got a cool robotic hand. He was intimidating. He had great dialogue transmitted with Wolverine. And yeah, he was good. Like all around, the characters in this film were great. There was great development. There was great performance. And yeah, it was really good. You get to see this new character. He was in X-Men Apocalypse. His name is Caliban. He's a mutant who you see further along in the film. And he was interesting. He was another interesting character because we're in this stage of the X-Men universe, which, well, I don't think any of us know because, well, X-Men's timeline is barely confusing as a DCEU at this point. But it's in the near future, 2029 apparently, where mutants are just, they're all gone. Well, there's a few left, but they're on the verge of extinction, and they're dying out. And it's, X23 comes along, and Logan and Professor have to get her across to a safe border zone and everything, while the government is trying to catch her. And look, it's a simple plot, but with great developed characters, it works really effectively. For an R-rated movie, the violence is great. Like, the amount of blood soaking the screen is awesome. It is gritty, it is frightening, but it is so fun. It's great to see it. And James Mangold has really done the movie he wanted to do with the Wolverine in 2014, I think it was. You have to check me on that. Yeah, he's really paid tribute to the old comic Old Man Logan. Now, again, I think some people might be disappointed because these days it's either you make it straight from the comic or you make it adaptation. So it depends on which group you're in. But seriously, Logan, if you're a Wolverine fan, or if you're an X-Men fan, or you just like great dramas and westerns, then Logan is definitely the movie for you to watch. It's got an all-around great performance from its cast. It's an emotional drama for a comic book film, and a western. It has that great western theme in it as well. It's very emotional. I will say, telling the truth, it's the first comic book movie to make me cry. I know I'm saying this on the internet and everything, but the whole audience was in tears. It has a great conclusion. With most movies these days, the conclusion is where it all falls apart. No, the conclusion is the best part. It's executed so well. It's really a shame he's retiring. I do know, however, he has stated he will only return as Wolverine if it's in the MCU, which I see why he would love to join MCU. Who wouldn't want to be in the MCU? But with the Avengers universe and the X-Men universe, there's so much great material in both. While some people would like to see them together, I reckon it's better if they're separate, because there's just so much good material in each. So many villains, so many heroes. You just can't just film into one universe. You put too much in one thing, then it all collapses, like DCEU. Sorry, I like DC, I do. I just feel like this universe is crumbling a bit. But still, so is the X-Men universe at this point. But Logan it's amazing. It's very good. The only negatives on the film I would say is there are some awkward scenes in the introduction, I will say. There's no great cinematography here like in The Dark Knight. And there is a lot of shaky cam, but again, the shaky cam is to get you into the R-rated action. But look, overall, it's a very, very good comic book film. I would say it's equal with Deadpool. Objectively, this is a better film than Deadpool. But in terms of enjoyment, Deadpool's really freaking funny and really fun to watch. But Logan is the definitive Wolverine movie. It's a movie fans have waited for ages for. And I can honestly say Hugh will most likely get an Oscar nomination for this. And I know that it's the years early, but based on the film, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets nominated for even Best Picture. Because it's got all those ingredients for a Best Picture movie. It just does. I mean, it's not as good as The Dark Knight. I mean, that trilogy is amazing, but it's great. I would say this is Marvel's fourth best movie for Marvel. And it's one of the greatest comic book movies I've ever seen. It's the most violent. It is very emotional. It's got great drama. I will give Logan a positive review, 8.5 out of 10. Now, I just want to say, I am aware that my camera is very dodgy at this point, and you people would like to see images of characters I'm referring to. I would love to do that, and I can promise you I will make an effort to doing this. If you could leave any possible links into how to edit images into the video, I would really appreciate that. If you could like or subscribe, even dislike, or tell me what's wrong with it. I know there's the camera and the images, and I started a lot. I'm a fast person, but I just came back from drinking so many beers last night. It was my birthday, so I had a fun time last night. And Logan, I've had a fun week thanks to Logan as well. I will say the next movie review I will do is Kong Skull Island. I cannot wait to watch it. I love King Kong. I'm a bit nervous for it because I didn't enjoy the 2014 Godzilla film much, but I love the 2005 King Kong. But I'm still looking forward to it. I mean, it's got Sam Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, Toby Kebbell, John Goodman, great actors. So, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's King Kong. I love Kong. And I will say that my next video, we will have a new phase on this channel. And, if you could leave any advice, if you leave us link to any YouTube editing, I really appreciate that. Otherwise, I highly recommend you guys watch Logan. It is definitely worth watching or even buying on Blu-ray. It's a great film. Anyway, I'd like to say goodbye. Anyway, see you guys. Take care.